As like many of you may know, I guess, I claim to be an emperor, or I claimed the moons of the gas giants back when I was 12 years old, inspired by Dennis Hope, the guy who claimed the moon, and I claimed all the moons of the gas giants except Jupiter's moon Io, which in 2005 he came along and swept up or scooped up basically the rest of the land in the solar system. Which via the Outer Space Treaty he is perfectly within his rights to do, and no one else can do that now, since to do so would be to be in breach of my copyright over that. Yeah, I mean, I'm the only person who may issue title deeds for land on those properties. And Dennis Hope made $10 million or so selling land on the moon, and so on and so forth. But like, why call this an empire? Is it just like to reflect selfish ambition for like land grabbing and things like this? Because one of the things I've been struggling with, like one debacle with this whole sort of constitutional set of states governed by this supranational imperial organization, is whether or not just to turn it into a federation, a sort of United States of independent republics, for example. And I am hesitating to do that, since in heading out into the solar system and in heading out into ultimately the rest of the galaxy, I think we have to be unhypocritical in what our ambitions entail, and our ambitions are indeed colonial, and that's just the truth of it. And colonies are established by empires. I think in all cases throughout history, are they not? So it's, I think, a little hypocritical, a little Soviet, if you like. I don't like this idea of expanding into other territory and just sort of calling it a union of republics or something like this. I don't like so much like that. I don't want to start the Soviet Union, possibly. And I do like this idea of constitutionally blending aristocracy, monarchy, and democracy. So the emperors would be elected. That's like how that would work, basically. Except for myself, since there are no citizens to elect me or, frankly, impeach me, which is sort of something that you can do via the constitution of what I'm calling the Outer Solar Empire. So I like the idea of the OSC, which is a sort of prodrome, if you like, for what I see this ultimately becoming, which is what I call the first human empire. And that's lifted directly from Doctor Who, basically. But why not call it that? The first great and powerful human empire. An interplanetary, multiplanetary state or set of states. To have a human presence in many solar systems. That would be where we would want to end up, I think. To be a type, is it 2 civilization? And to move boldly and confidently out of this solar system and into the rest of the galaxy. And we needn't worry about things like aging in the transits between solar systems, since traveling at light speed takes care of the aging process for us. Since if you travel at the speed of light, you stop aging. So that's nicely sorted out. The more I think about it, the more this is striking me as being very possible. I see us getting to another solar system within the century. I do. Within 50 years, possibly. It takes only 20 years to get there. We can do this. We so can do this. Yes. And I've been thinking about, yes, again, these enormous rockets, these rockets the size of the Empire State Building that we could be building, to imagine seeing that take off. Good God. Yeah, a different world is what we'll be in. I've seen that, sure. Frames of carbon fibre or fiberglass even, or that Young's modules of aluminium, if that's what we want, but we don't really need that, I don't think, because Elon Musk is building a Starship out of steel. Starship, hats off to it. It looks like a very cool spaceship. Like a very cool rocket indeed. It's only a touch bigger than the Saturn V. It's supposed to take us to Mars. Do I believe it can get to Mars? I think it probably could, yes. And I think it would probably take a crew to Mars. But would you love to like really get some big equipment there and really start like getting everything we want there, like having a really big payloads, and like we could apply the technology to something like the STS, aka the space shuttle. And I wouldn't mind seeing a next generation space shuttle with something like a small star destroyer strapped to its side. That'd be quite good. And after all, what is an empire without star destroyers exactly? And I speculated about building carbon fibre frames or hybrid carbon fibre and steel frame skyscrapers that are 10,000 feet tall. Now that is a building for Palpatine, is it not? It's like me at the top, in a little robe, like I might start doing that, like just as a little joke, going, and all that, like I don't know, maybe I wouldn't. But no, I'd love to see those rockets. Oh, come on. Please, let's do this. Come on. I got a plan to build a pipeline from Norway to North Africa. I'm not an evil person, I don't think. I don't see how that would fail in terms of being able to water the desert. It costs about $7 billion and nothing really prevents us from doing it. I don't think I have any evil ulterior motivations at all. So like, and if I did, like, hopefully the law could rein me in. And hopefully, like, the system of, like, or this constitution I've established, like, even within, like, my own territories, could rein me in. Democratic institutions to rein me in also. Got to be fun, wouldn't it? It'd be amazingly cool to do this. I think we should. I think we must do it. I think, like doing it, like it proves we can do it. It proves we can send humans to these places. And, the benefits 10, 15 years down the line of the technology we can develop. We just don't know what the benefits are of it yet. It could be staggering. It could take us to, a different stage of civilization. It really, really could. That's what I'd like to see us get to. I think we can. I think we can do it right now.